Hi everybody. This is your announcement for Philosophy 101, Introduction to the Art of Wondering. Today is Monday, February 11th. We start a new module today. So we have finished the Meno. You finished that up last week, and I will be grading those discussions. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I'm looking forward to seeing what you had to say on that, and I'll be giving you some feedback about that probably later this week. Okay, so for this week, we move into Module 2.2, which is on a philosopher by the name of Rene Descartes. He was French. And in the module, this is another reason why it's so important to go through everything that's in the learning activities and assessments page. But I have a video commentary, and I will talk to you a little bit about Descartes and his background. And basically, we have springed forward by about 1,000 years, moving from Plato in ancient Greece to Descartes, who was French and wrote 1,000 years later after Plato. So in this module, we're going to be considering knowledge. So we're still considering knowledge, and we're going to look at it from a little bit different point of view than Plato's. So we are going to spend another 2 weeks with this text. The title of the text is called Meditations on First Philosophy. That's kind of the shortened title. There's a longer title. So for this week, what you're going to want to do is go through all of the learning activities. So in the learning activities and assessments page in the module, in module 2.2, I have, like I said, a video commentary, so make sure you watch that. And then there is, I have the wrong page up. Then you have the text, okay? So I'm stalling because I'm pulling up the right page here. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. All right, so we have my video commentary. And then you're to read meditation 1, okay, the entire meditation. And so these are sort of like chapters, okay, so they're, or essays, and they're divided into what Descartes called meditations, like thoughts, okay. So you're going to read meditation 1, and then you're going to read meditation 2. But first, I have some written notes about meditation 2 that I want you to read before you go to the actual text. Okay, and then you're going to read part of meditation 2. From the beginning, you're going to read to the line, I have answered that, a thinking thing. So when he says that, you can stop. Okay, so for this week, as far as work that you have to turn in, it's just a self-check quiz, which will be due on February 13th. Okay, so before you do that, make sure that you have read all of the material, all right, that's assigned for this week. Okay, then next week, we continue in this module, and there's going to be a little bit different, a different project for you to do. You'll be doing module 2.2 exercise, and so in this exercise, you will be doing a visual interpretation of a part of Descartes' writing that I have assigned you. And that's all based on your last name. Okay, so whatever letter of your last name, whatever starts it, that's going to determine which section of the text that you'll be assigned. I will talk more about this in next week's announcement. But for now, once you finish doing all of the reading and watching my video and reading my notes and doing the reading of the meditations, go ahead and start reading the instructions for the exercise. There are 3 parts to the instructions. There's 3 different pages, so it's very important that you read all of those. And if there's anything that's unclear about that, get a hold of me this week, okay, so we can get that clear so that next week you can just jump right in and get to work on that project, okay, because that will be due next week. Okay, so that's what's happening this week. I hope you enjoy this text. I really like this. Well, I like everything that I have in this class because I chose it. But I think this is a really interesting text, and you might, if you're someone who's into science fiction, you might see a few movies that maybe have some of the ideas that Descartes talks about as far as trying to figure out what is real and what is not real, when is he asleep and when is he awake, and what is it reality anyway, okay? And how do we know what's real? Okay, so that's what's going on for this week. I guess that's it. Have a good week, and I will see you again soon.